Fix the World podcast with Sam and Katie.
Welcome to Fix the World with me, Katie Tracy, and our beautiful Sam Avery. You're
Hi.
right, Sam?
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry.
Hi.
Oh, God.
Hi.
Talking over each other already. Sorry, that was my fault.
It's all right.
How you doing?
Good.
Great.
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm absolutely wonderful.
Good.
I'm loving life. I'm feeling like I'm,
Yeah.
I'm entering the next phase of joy. I don't know
Yeah,
what I'm talking
I'm in the
about.
phase. I mean, I've gone into. I'm in a boiler suit mode.
I like it.
I know. I never wore something like this. I would never have worn something like this before. But I saw it. I tried it on. I liked it. I bought it. And then I put it on, and I come downstairs, and my son said, "What time are you invading Iraq?"
Oh,
How
that's
dare he?
nice way to build your confidence up
Yeah.
before you leave the house. I would love to get a pair of dungarees. And I don't think I've owned dungarees since I was 3. But or is it dungaree if it's a singular?
I mean, people who want walls call them bib and brace.
Bib and brace.
But I just do not think, if any of the listeners, if you're not watching on YouTube, the YouTube views will have really got a really lovely expression from me when you mentioned dungarees.
It's all in the facials.
Please don't.
Okay, well, I'm not going to. I would look awful. I just think they look comfy. They just look very, lazy about in
You
them.
could wear them with no top underneath, like Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Oh, yeah, with me man tits on display.
Oh, wow. But if they get caught in a little buckle, that might hurt.
Can I tell you the story about Dexy's Midnight Runners that I'll never remember again? So if I don't tell you right now,
Go on,
you'll
'cause
never
I've
hear
told
it.
mine already.
In fact, before we do this, we should tell the people what it is. If you're new to the podcast, this is Fix the Whale podcast.
This is why I shouldn't introduce the show.
We are two
I
comedians.
go in all guns blazing.
Yeah, but it's the excitable aspect of it. That's the good thing. But we're two comedians. We try and make the world a slightly better place every week. Fixing
you.
problems, little problems, tiny problems, big problems. A lot of ideas flowing forth. And we'll get to some of them shortly. But let me tell you this about Dexy's Midnight Runners. It's not really about them. It's about the song Come On Eileen. So I was just starting stand-up. And my mates in Liverpool ran a student night. And they said, "Oh, do you want to host some of the nights that we do? Get on the mic." Because I was kind of getting used to using the microphone and stuff. And I wasn't particularly confident, but I wanted more stage time. And I said, "Yeah, that'd be great." And they said, "Oh, come and have a meeting with us. And we'll get some ideas down about what we can do for these students." And it was all freshers. So they were coming in and they just wanted mad stuff. So we had this meeting. Now, most meetings you have a coffee, don't you? Or a tea.
Yeah.
They pulled out the laughing gas. And we did
Excellent.
double balloons each.
This sounds like a great meeting.
Which, I don't know, have you done laughing gas?
Yeah.
It doesn't make you laugh.
No, have I? Or has done... I think I have done laughing gas. It doesn't really make you laugh.
It makes you feel like your head's going to cave in, which is not particularly pleasant. In fact, I remember seeing some kids at a festival once take laughing gas and going, "Oh, God, it's working." I went, "It's not helium, it's laughing gas." And they went, oh, ha, 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 ha. Like, you dickheads.
Yeah, I think we paid for it in Magaluf one night, and I think it's probably just oxygen that they were giving us.
Probably is, yeah. Good oxygen. So we had this meeting and we started doing ideas. And in the middle of this meeting, Come On Eileen came on in the bar we were sitting in. And I said, "Oh, here's an idea." Totally messing about. We'll do a game called Come On Eileen. We'll play this song. We'll get a big blow-up doll called
Poor
Eileen. And we'll try and
no.
squirt mayonnaise onto her face. and they went, "That is a great idea." And they wrote it down. So fast forward a few months, I'm in Leeds in a student club.
This actually sounds like a game on Celebrity Juice.
It does, doesn't it? That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
This is honestly 17 years ago, 18
Wow.
years ago.
Poor Eileen.
Poor Eileen.
Besmirched.
If you're watching now, Eileen, I hope you're safe.
Yeah.
And so they got this big, massive blow-up doll. They blew it up. They put it on the floor. We got all the students. I introduced the concept. You got 3 goes to Come On Eileen. They played Come On Eileen. So the guy gets the big mayonnaise thing, like one of the ones you get in the chip
Did
shop.
you get blindfolded?
They just have to get it like on her from like a distance.
Oh, like darts.
So he went, and it went all over his shoe. Just went everywhere.
Oh, yeah. It was like the first squeeze of the tomato sauce bottle.
Yeah, all over his shoe. We all laughed. Second go, he goes, and it just drenches everyone. Everyone. And everyone's covered in mayonnaise.
Oh, no.
Come on, Eileen. So he's got 1 go left. So he gets the mayonnaise, what's left of it, and he takes a run up and he stops and he fires it into the air and it goes, and it was like, if in slow motion, it was like the perfect end to a movie because it just went arced up, came down, and landed right in her mouth.
No
and we
way.
all went, yeah.
Wow.
Fade to
It's
black.
like freeze frame.
Yeah. Roll credits. Oh, there wasn't a dry eye in the house, but
Oh
that was
my
mainly because
God.
everyone got squirted with mayonnaise. But that's my come on Eileen story. So sorry to start on such a graphic tone.
I'm just glad that it wasn't as depraved as my horrible mind thought it was going to be.
Oh,
So that's a relief.
like a real
Pers-
person
for-
involved.
On a personal note,
Yeah.
it's a relief for me.
Is your middle name Eileen? Didn't want it to get too personal. But yeah, it's exciting times.
Wow.
So what have you been up to?
I have been looking a lot on the internet. Because as now I'm a public figure.
Oh yeah, you are,
We're
aren't
both
you?
public figures. We have our podcast, we have our YouTube,
Very public.
we have our clips, and it can be very depressing from an aesthetic point of view when you leave the house and think you look all right, and then you watch yourself on a podcast and realise you are actually just a fat toad. So I'm trying to think of ways to improve myself and make changes. And I believe that good makeup may be the key.
Oh, okay. So am I sensing Sam and Kate try stuff?
Well,
Is it time for this?
it's time for this. I know it's early.
Sam and Kate try stuff.
Right, okay. Oh. Sorry. I shouldn't laugh at my own jingle, but I do think it's funny.
I love it. It's my fave.
So if you missed last week, I tried a B-Day in one form or fashion. So please go back to last week if you
Of a
want to hear
fashion.
about that. Is a little taster of that.
For England.
Anyway, that's me last week.
That was enough of that.
It was for England.
Still shuddering
what
every
you
now and
gotta
again,
remember.
involuntarily.
Still dripping at times.
Ooh, ooh,
Come on, Eileen. So what are you going to try for us?
Well, I've
this-
decided I'm going to go hard with the makeup, and I've seen a lot of tutorials online of people using. I'm late to the game for this. Girls have been doing it for a long time now, but contouring is a big thing in makeup, and that is where you do like stripes of different coloured makeup around your face to try and create some kind of, I don't know, bone structure.
Oh, is that when like it looks really sort of distinctive, like the different levels?
So before you blend it all and you put all the stripes, you look like you're in the cast of The Lion King or some such production that involves that kind of. And then you draw all lines on your face and then you buff it all in and it gives you definition in your face. And I'm thinking that'd be very helpful if I could find a way of just blurring that.
Yeah,
For the YouTube viewers, I think the YouTube viewers might appreciate it.
I think they would.
So I'm going to try it home style.
Homeschool.
Yeah, and
Old school.
I'm going to report back,
Is it something that you probably need practice to get better at?
presumably.
So that's great content for
So you're
us.
just going to see it at a raw
That's brilliant, isn't it?
grassroots level.
Grassroots. Gotta see.
Grassroots contouring, guys. I'm late to the game.
I don't want to see your grassroots.
I ain't getting
Kate.
any younger. It's probably like, you can't turn a sow's ear into a silk paste, but I'll give it a go.
Give it a
I'll
go.
give it a go for Fix the World. And for all you mums out there, for all you ladies out there who feel like you need a little bit of a boost,
Kate's your gal.
I'm your gal. I'm here to try and fix things.
You know these makeup YouTubers?
Yeah.
Whenever I hear the phrase YouTuber, I do kind of, my toes do curl a little bit, but I'm probably being harsh on them because I know some of them are good. A lot of them aren't, but the makeup ones, I mean, do they speak to you? I don't mean to be,
So when I first started going out in the 90s, makeup was very minimal. We
right.
didn't really like go OTT because everything was like, we were all like, it was grungy.
Yeah, it was.
And then if you dressed up, you went like a bit more, you combed your hair a bit and you wore heels. But it was still pretty lightweight, the makeup. But now it's a lot more involved. And there's a lady I watch who works for Peaches and Cream in Liverpool, and I don't know her name, but she does really natural looking makeup, and I watch her tutorials. I'm really fascinated. And she does lots of things with eye colour and stuff. But if I put too much colour on my eyes, I feel like I look like mental.
Adamant.
Yeah. So I try not to like go OTT, but I've decided for in this instance I'm gonna go hard
That's good.
because last year I told you I went for a photo shoot, and I got there and the guy said, "Oh well, do you want to do your own makeup?" And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be fine." And I did my own makeup, and he was like, "Yeah, I can't photograph you." Your face is too red, you're too shiny, you need a professional makeup artist. Don't know why you thought you could do this. Let's just call it a day. And I went home like the little down crestfallen.
Oh, yeah. So this time you can go back looking like one of the new romantics.
We'll see. Yeah.
Looking like Duran on the Rio video.
Yeah. So I'm going to give it a whirl anyway.
That'll be good. Be good to see what happens. I always think I wore mascara once. I think it was New Year's Eve 2006. And I couldn't get it off for ages because it's like just that hard to get off, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not if you do it regularly, but I just left it on. And but I quite liked I liked the look of it. I looked good in it. It brought attention to my eyes.
Yes. And boys always have nice long eyelashes to begin with.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm all for that. You know,
Yeah.
if a lad wants to wear, if anyone wants to wear anything, then right on.
Yeah, I don't think I would now. I think I've gone past that point. I think I've gone past the point to do a lot of things like get a tattoo. Like I don't think I'll ever do that.
Was talking about this the other day. I feel like that as well. I feel like I want to get a tattoo now.
I do.
But now I'm frightened and I feel like it's a bit of a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a cry for help.
Yeah. If you got one, what would you get?
I would maybe get my little grandson's date of birth somewhere.
Oh, that's good.
Like maybe on like me, somewhere small, like on my foot.
Yeah.
Or somewhere, not like, you know, across my forehead and like Times Roman. Nothing like that.
Do you know what I'd get? I'd get across my chest. It'd say, if found, please return to the pub. Because I think that would make all the lads realise what a lad I am.
This girl I went to school with had this way to Bangkok written just above it.
No. A guy or a girl?
Girl.
This way to Bangkok?
Yeah. And she had that on her stomach just above her foof.
Oh my God.
I thought that was hilarious. She may regret it.
That's a bad choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be good if tattoos were just a decade and then they went,
semi-permanent, yeah.
and then they just wore off because you could get funny things then.
Well, when I was 30, I was going to go and get a tattoo. I wanted to get some angel wings because I thought I was like one of All Saints. And I went in the tattoo shop and it stank and it came out again. And then I was at my auntie's 40th and she had her neighbours there. I'm sorry, there's a hair on my mic and I need to get it.
Oh, get it off.
I don't know whose it is and I don't, it was this.
What colour is it?
Anyway, it's gone. It's all right.
Ginger.
Anyway, there was a lady in this party and we were talking about tattoos because my auntie was saying, I might get a tattoo for my birthday. And I went, oh my God, as long as you don't get, I had something dead basic, like a dolphin on your shoulder. And this woman just pulled the top down and went, you mean like this? And I was like, oh no, but that's dead tasteful on you. And I walked out. And
Yeah, but
it was awful.
that one's tuna friendly. Oh no, it's tuna that's dolphin friendly, innit? You don't get tuna friendly dolphins.
Friendly dolphins.
Dolphins stink though, because I have you ever been swimming with dolphins?
I've never been swimming with dolphins.
I haven't, but my wife has. Or she kind of, I don't think she went in with them, but she like touched them. But they just stank.
Some seals have sung happy birthday to me.
What? Was that seal who sang Adamski? Or like actual seals? How and
some
when?
actual
And
seals
was it your birthday?
sung happy birthday to me. It wasn't my birthday.
Oh, but it's still nice.
I was on holiday in Brighton when I was a kid, and we went to the it was called the Dolphinarium, which you can't have them now. They're called sea life centres now.
Of course.
But it was performing dolphins and other such creatures. And my auntie took me because she lived in Brighton, and they were like, right, whose birthday is it today? The seals had been all like, you know, playing netball, whatever they do. And then so they went, has anyone got the birthday today? And my auntie just grabbed me arm and put it up. And I was like, ugh. And they went, come down. And I was like, why? And they went, how old are you today? And I was just like, my auntie's going 8. Whatever. I was like, okay. And then they were like, right, this is a special surprise for you. And they had like little party hats on the seals. And they all started going, oh, 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 oh. That actually happened. They may not have been in tune. They may have just been like, you know, doing the syllables in the right order at the right beat.
Yeah.
But in my head, it was like pure happy. So yeah, that's my tale of sea life.
Seal on the end just goes.
So you've been swimming with dolphins?
Not even their
though?
birthday. I haven't been swimming with dolphins. We were on holiday and you couldn't go in with them, but you could like pet them. So she was petting them, and I think she kissed one of them. And
slimy.
They looked a bit slimy. They just stank.
So slimy they threw the tongue in.
Yeah, baby. Where you from? What room number?
I've heard dolphins get frisky with females.
I probably would. Yeah, I would, because they're meant to be that intelligent. Dolphins. So if dolphins as intelligent as they tell us, then presumably they have the same sort of split in opinions that intelligent species have. So humans, whatever you assume to be right, there's always someone who thinks the opposite. Sometimes it's because they believe that. Sometimes they're just being a contrarian. So on that, in that theory, that would mean these dolphinariums that were very cruel to dolphins, some of the dolphins must have liked it.
Yeah, because they're probably born in captivity and never knew any difference.
Don't close it down. This is better. It's better than out there.
Yeah.
The Earth's flat.
Like the Truman Show for dolphins.
COVID's not real. You know what I mean? You totally like hoaxed.
Yeah.
Maybe. They're the dolphins I want to swim with. The conspiracy dolphins who don't believe anything.
Well, you know the Marines or the US Navy taught dolphins to plant bombs on rival boats.
I heard that in the Second World War, was it? That's a tough gig, isn't it, as a dolphin?
It's heavy.
Got no opposable thumb.
Being capable of like mass murder just because someone gives you like as much fish as you can eat.
Whereas balancing a ball's meant to be inhumane, but giving them a bomb.
Yeah.
I'd rather do keepy-ups every time.
Yeah. Oh, I think as well, they used to strap bombs on dolphins and make them swim by them and just explode them.
Ah.
Heavy, that, isn't it?
Suicide dolphins.
Yeah. Never mind dolphin-friendly tuna. How about dolphin-friendly war?
How about German U-boat-friendly dolphins?
I know. What's the most wild animal you've ever like encountered physically?
Are we talking sexually? Because there's a lady from Widnes who we used to go out with.
I'm assuming there's two categories here then, if that you'd have to ask that question.
I'd have to say it's Champagne Beverly.
Wait, what happened to it?
No, I don't know.
Champagne Beverly. She's around and about.
She's around.
She'll be back.
I remember being in Australia and walking past is it a stork? Not a stork. They're the ones who drop the kids off.
An ibis.
No, what are the big ones with the big beaks, the big long...
Ostrich?
No, not an ostrich.
Pelican.
Pelican. So me and my cousin are walking.
You know when you went and it goes, and I knew that you were a pelican?
Well, I'm like Dr. Dolittle, mate.
Wow.
I do animal impressions. I only know it makes that noise because we were walking past it and it looked like it was minding its own business. It looked like it was like rolling a bifter or something. So we walked past, and I sort of kept me distance because I'm scared of dogs. So I'm also scared of every animal because of that. A little bit nervous. I don't know what they're going to do next. So I sort of made a little bit of a distance between me and this pelican. You say pelican? Pelican. But my cousin didn't because he's from Australia. So he just probably thought, that's fine. And the pelican, as he got dead close, just opened its beak dead loud and just dead loud went, oh, like that. And he shit himself. Absolutely shit himself. It was hilarious. It's probably the wildest one.
Yeah. I think for me, it was probably a kangaroo.
Oh.
In a zoo.
In Asda?
In Australia, there was a section of the zoo where you could walk around where without being segregated from the kangaroo. So not the joeys because they're dead violent. And I don't know, me and also ostriches, emus. What are the Australian ones?
They're all the same, aren't they?
Anyway, me head fell off a little bit, and I just had to get out of there. And then another time I went to Safari Park with my brother Harry and Sam when they were little, and we had this really old like banger of a car, and it broke down halfway through the monkey bit, and where all the smoke started coming out of the body, and my brother went to get out of the car, and I was like, stay in the car, and he was like, well, can I go on fire? And I was like, the monkeys, I'll rip your face off.
Oh my god.
And then like I just killed the engine, and then this man came in like a zebra print safari truck, and me radiator had gone on my car.
What an amazing scene.
Meanwhile, all the monkeys just like wanking themselves off.
That's all they do. They just,
it's like quick fit.
We can fix that, but we're gonna have to jizz on your windscreen. So it's up to you. But speak to your partner, see what you decide. What a great scene in a movie that'd be though. A family stuck in a car in a safari park. It's about to go on fire, but if they get out,
two baboons are having sex on the roof.
They're gonna get bummed by the baboons. Would you rather burn to death in a car fire or get rogered by a angry male baboon?
We did have this conversation at the time.
The exact conversation.
Well, no, it was, would you rather burn to death in the car or take your chance amongst the animals? And they were like, we would have ran. And I was like, I'd rather be overcome by the fumes. I
would rather die in the car because those baboons don't mess about. Just rip your face off, don't they? Look at the asses on them. Bad enough,
Oh
aren't they?
God, they give me the fear then.
Oh, Jesus.
So have we got any more feedback?
We do have some feedback.
Exciting times.
And it's from our friend Claire DeLune.
Hi Claire, you're
Hi,
all right.
Claire.
How you going on the old Wordle?
Long time listener, long time caller.
Claire, you got me onto
Hurdle.
no, she got me onto Hurdle. She got me onto Framed, and she's got me onto one called Global.
Global.
So it's not global, it's GLOBLE, right? It's good. Thank you for that, Claire. It's like a map of the world, and I think you have infinite guesses because it's a big place, isn't it? And you basically just pick a place in the world, a country in the world that you think it is, and then it tells you whether you're hotter or colder.
Oh, that's good.
It's good, you know.
That is good.
So yeah, thanks for that, Claire.
Yeah, there's a lot of them copies ones. There's one where you've got to the color of the drink. You've got to guess on the whiteness. It's called curdle. Made that up. There's another one where there's like someone's like on the toilet trying to squeeze one out, and that's called turtle.
And there's one where it's a dead person, and you've got to decide whether they died of natural cause or murders, and it's called Myrtle. There's another one that I told Sam about, and it was they give you a lineup of a football side from a specific game with some players missing.
Oh, that's good.
And you have to find the players who are missing. I'll find the link for that and send it to you.
That's good. Because, yeah, that'd be all over the place, wouldn't it? Anyway, Claire. Oh, by the way, Claire, we talked about Nevermind the Botox the other week. And
did you try it? How did it go? You said you were going to tell us.
You were going to tell us, so please report back with details. But she sent us this video. Can I show you it? You can't really see this on YouTube, but if you go on our Twitter, we've retweeted it. Our Twitter. Fix the World on Twitter, and we're also on Instagram. We're good on them.
We're all of them. God, get on us.
This is Claire said she can't stop watching it. It's this woman. It's this tinfoil thing, and you put it everywhere. So this woman has just getting this tinfoil. She's covering shelves with it. She's putting it in. Look at that. She opens the cupboard. She covers the shelves with tinfoil.
She's covering every surface in the kitchen with tinfoil.
She's putting it over the bloody oven there.
This seems like a precursor to a violent murder.
A myrtle.
Myrtle, yeah.
It's in more cupboards. It's over the kitchen surface. Is she going to do a husband in a minute? It's in drawers. It looks really cheap and horrible.
Possibly she's frightened of some kind of alien invasion, or she's I don't know. Or she's global warming denier or something.
She's cooking meth in a kitchen.
That's a quality foil she's got there. That's defo from Costco or something like that. That's not just the paper thin Aldi stuff, is it?
It's very therapeutic to watch, though.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that you go on our Twitter.
I like stuff like that.
It was a Mother's Day discount, I think. I mean, that's a great present for your mother, isn't it?
It just looks that she's preparing to take her body apart with some sharp knives. Yeah. That's what it looks like, Claire.
Like pure Dexter stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nice one, Claire. Keep us posted.
Or top saddle. We could go on. We won't.
I've got a question to ask you.
Yeah.
Because I've been thinking about it myself quite a lot recently. And this is the question. When was the first time you felt old? Because let me tell you about mine. Because it wasn't recently. It was probably 20 years ago. 18 years ago, maybe. I think I was 25. And I was in a club that I used to go to from the age of about 19. And I used to smoke. I'd gone out for a ciggy. And I'd come back in. And my glasses steamed up. And I was on the dance floor. And the beat was about to drop. And everyone was going mental. It was like everyone was peaking. It was like proper, like, 1:30. Perfect. And I was just stood there trying, because my glasses had steamed up, trying to just going, oh God, I'm too old for this. And I just, that was the first moment I viscerally felt
old.
Very old.
I don't know.
Do you feel old now?
Physically?
Well,
yeah. I make a noise when I put my knickers on. That's how old I feel. Like, but mentally, I still feel like I'm 25.
Yeah, I do. In fact, I feel like I'm 23. So
I should be more act more age appropriately, maybe. But then when I went to see Blondie the other week, it just made me think like she just still dresses like a rock chick, and she just looks amazing. And I thought, all them times I go out and I go, oh God, do I look like mutton? And now I'm just like, I don't care.
Just you've got to do
You
what
can tell how
makes
much
you
I
feel
lost
good.
interest in it. I'm not going to be that kind of like bothered. I think I felt old one time when Sam was little. I'd got like me records out and I was going, and he went, "Oh my God, what do you play those big CDs on?"
They're weird, then to introduce the concept of
I grounded him
things.
for a year.
Of course, yeah. You're gonna learn.
You know what makes me feel old now is that when I see like watch football, and not only are like the football managers like my age, which makes me feel like they all seem like old men when I was younger.
Oh, yeah.
But the footballers themselves were like, they're old enough to be like my son, or I mean, it's just and like doctors and police officers, and it is a proper cliche, but you're just like, I used to go to school, to see the parents' evening, and I'd walk in and I'd see these teachers. I'd be like, I wouldn't fucking let you babysit, let alone teach me kids.
Mad, innit? Like even grandparents are getting younger. I know one,
especially just
but I
Gen X.
There is an age that you get to where I think your brain stays at. Like I think for me it's 23 or 24. That's the kind of mental age.
But did you know that men aren't emotionally mature scientifically?
You could end that sentence now.
Well, yeah, they don't finish maturing emotionally until they are 26.
Oh, because I thought I just did it as I came in to the studio today.
You matured as soon as you walked through the door?
Yeah, because me blocked ear, because I can't hear.
Oh,
I feel like I'm more in touch with me emotional maturity today.
In this week's section of Sam's Blocked the Air.
Simo knows. Simo knows how you feel. Simo can read your mind. But yeah.
Simo's feeling playful.
Simo wants to play with you. Start to sound like Bowie. Yeah, I don't feel old. What I think's good now is that people do just live till the end of their life in whatever way they want. Whereas years ago, my granddad's generation, you got to age 35 and someone gave you a flat cap.
Finished.
And you were done. And if you were balding, no one used to shave their head. Like, whatever you think about shaving your head, it looks neater. And you look younger if you've shaved your head. If you're going bald, people just used to let it grow out. And it just makes you look dead old. So you could be 29 and look 60.
No, there's a lot to be said for how vanity counteracts aging. And that's a good thing. And I'll tell you, it is weird. I felt old the other day. I was in the shower and...
Is it a walk-in bath?
Yeah, I was in the bath. I was waiting for it to fill up when I shut the door. So I was washing my hair and then I went to get the conditioner and I picked up a bottle of shampoo again. So I put shampoo in my hand and I was like, I'm not wasting the shampoo, so I washed my hair again. And then I went to get the conditioner and I fucking did it again. So I ended up washing my hair 4 times because I kept forgetting to pick up the conditioner, but I just wouldn't waste the shampoo.
That is pretty old, isn't it?
That's like proper senior moment, isn't it?
That's a senior moment.
So that was upsetting.
I felt really old, I think it was about 3 days ago, when I was just walking around as there, screaming at people, and I pissed myself, and I just felt really old. It's really quite sad.
I have to take my glasses to the supermarket now as well. I have to wear glasses and I really, really hate wearing them, and I'll get away with it if I can. But I have to take my glasses to the supermarket now because otherwise I'll have to look at tins like this for sell by date.
Like you're on a Gary. I can't focus.
So
what do you like about glasses? Why don't you like wearing glasses?
I just hate the sensation of them on my face.
Ah.
They irritate me. And I can't get contacts, and I don't want to get laser eye surgery because I don't think that works. I can't get contacts because my sight's different in different.
Oh.
Like long sighted sometimes.
An anomaly.
Yeah. So.
It changes on.
I really hate wearing glasses.
Sunglasses.
Even though they do me head in.
Oh, I wear glasses all the time.
But I've started to wear them more because obviously crow's feet, etc.
Well, I tried contacts and I couldn't get them in and I couldn't get them out, and I just thought, sod this, I'm going to wear glasses. And I worked out that actually, if I get the right glasses, the bottom of the rim sort of covers the bags under my eyes a little bit.
I don't like the little them things there. I don't like the way they feel on my nose.
Yeah, they do. They press in, don't they?
God, aren't I a princess? Sorry. You did ask.
Yeah, it's good to feel young though, isn't it? But I think it's all about, I mean, it's a cliche, and it's just mentally, like, it's the attitude that you take into a situation that dictates how you're gonna, whether you're gonna feel old or young. You could go into like a situation that you don't belong, and I think maybe there's a window when you're just on the cusp, like, of going out into town, when you're late 20s, early 30s, and you end up at a bar, and there's loads of, you call them kids, but they're in their early 20s, and you go, oh my God, I feel dead old in here. If I went in there now, 43, I wouldn't feel old. I'd just go, I'm here. Have you?
Yeah.
They'd think I was old.
Yeah, but my habits have changed when I go out. There's places I wouldn't go where I would have gone.
I definitely wouldn't choose to go somewhere like that.
No.
I just want a seat.
But the thing is, in comedy, I don't know whether it's because I'm emotionally stunted. Maybe I'm emotionally stunted. I don't know. But when you're doing comedy, there's not many women my age who are like on the circuit, whatever. And a lot of the comics that come in are all young, like really
men.
young, like young enough to be my son and daughter and whatever. And I think, God, are they walking in going, oh, fucking hell, who's this Al one here? And then I'm like, well, I know I'm doing a job. That they are too. It's just like any workplace. And if you treat it like that, then you don't feel like self-conscious about your age. You just see it as like your peers in a workplace, in any office or building site or whatever. There's always going to be older members of staff and younger members of staff. And I've sort of gone to myself, well, if I just look at it like that, and it's like with audience, someone will go, oh, well, it's a student union gig. And I'm like, I used to be like, well, why would they want to listen to me? But they'd be like, oh, but they've all got mums.
Yeah.
They've all got aunties. They've all got whatever. So
that's your angle.
That's my angle.
But I like it when I go into a green room before a gig and you meet the other people who are on the bill, and everyone's got a different background, a different story, a different perspective. It just adds to the whole, like, rich tapestry.
A lot of the
what
time,
comedy
everyone has got the same perspective.
Exactly. That's why it's nice when it's
when it's different.
Because a lot of the time I go into a green room and everyone is male. Everyone is in the 40s. Everyone's married and got kids.
Everyone's white and straight.
And that's my angle. I bagsy that one.
Yeah.
So if anyone else is doing
Don't steal my USP, dude.
Stop plagiarising my life. Get your own life. But that's, I mean, obviously that's a very common...
Things are changing gradually, though, I would say.
Yeah, and if anyone's listening who is thinking of doing comedy, just do it.
Just do it. Try it.
But not if you're 25 and white male and heterosexual, because that's boring.
Your slot's been filled numerous times.
And also not if you're similar... Not if you're like in your 40s and female like Kate, because that's also been taken. So if you're somewhere in between, crack on.
Yeah. Just don't
stay out of our lane.
Don't knock us off our pitches.
Yeah. we're doing all right. But yeah, it's age is one of those things where you just kind of like, I don't know, I have days when I just have this wild panic for about 10 seconds when I just wonder what's going on and where my life's going and what's happened and why time has gone so quick since I was leaving school.
Yeah.
That happens, but then I get over it. I don't think it's healthy for that, is it?
But you know what, as well, I think what's made me feel still young is that most people, like our mums' ages and whatever, they left school and didn't see anyone from school ever again or keep in touch with them ever again. And now because of social media, we see how people we went to school with are doing, and we're still like sort of, it's nice because it's like you still got that community with them, even though you don't see each other, and it's not a real... Not like you'd still go out and drink with them or meet them up, but it's nice to see how the people you've known since you were 5 are doing now.
Yeah.
At our age, and that connects you to your youth so much.
It does.
And that makes me feel like not as old.
Yeah, that's a good point. Have you had any weird DMs recently? I mean, as a woman, you must get DMs.
I get some like now and again, and it's like message requests. Hey, we've seen your online profile. We'd love you to represent our product. And it's like activewear. And I'm like, if you've watched my product profile, you will see that I like a drink, I like food. What makes you think I'm going to be mincing around town in your activewear? Put myself all... No. But the other day, I got a message request, and it was just no hello, how are you? It was just... It was just an aubergine emoji. An aubergine. And the person who sent it didn't even have any followers. But it made me... I was thinking, that's lovely, really, because he's joined Instagram with no followers just so he could send me an aubergine emoji. So it's like a bit of a poison chalice. It's like, yeah, it's weird and rude and like dodgy, but also he's gone out of his way to create an account just to send me that.
He means that
With
for me.
no other followers. Not following anyone else, just me.
Does he follow you?
I don't know. I just looked at it and went, oh, delete.
If you're listening, please get in touch with the authorities. They're
I want
looking
to
for
see.
you.
Let me see the face. Let me see the personality behind the aubergine.
Aubergine. Hey, aubergine
I
mystery
tell you
man.
what, that's an analogy for life if ever there was one. We all want to see the personality behind the aubergine at the end of the day. Don't we? Don't want to just be confronted with the aubergine.
No.
We want the background.
Big purple-headed warrior.
We want the story.
We want the emotions.
But you were saying you get some trolling, don't you?
I get some trolling. I've started trying to make friends with the trolls. Only when I write something that's like opinionated, you're naturally going to get people who push back on your opinion. That's understandable. To be honest, sometimes it's not even trolls, it's just people disagreeing with you. And sometimes I get to my nerves when people say, I've been trolled. It's like, no, someone just disagrees with you. That's, grow a thicker skin.
Yeah.
But sometimes people do just call me a bald knobhead, although that's fairly accurate. So I can't really argue with that either.
It's quite a toxic relationship to befriend your troll.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been for dinner or dancing but maybe that would be a great little video to make of me meeting up with a troll and seeing how we get on.
But you're like basically just Jesus trying to make the troll a better person.
I am. But do you know what? I've got this
You're trying to fix the troll?
I'm trying to fix the world. But I also think because we're so divided at the moment, it's a lot of the stuff I put online might be fairly kind of like, I don't know, left-leaning, I suppose. So people who've got different persuasions will then argue with me. And I don't argue back. They'll just, say stuff. But this one guy, and do you know what? I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening. Because I genuinely think he's a nice person. So he just whatever I post, he'll write more Tory bashing I see. And sometimes I'm Tory bashing, so that's fair enough. But sometimes I'm talking about trying to negotiate with a toddler with a biscuit or something. It's a bit of stand-up from like 3 years ago. And he writes more Tory bashing I see. His name's Mike. Mike Atwood. If you're listening, Mike, please take care of yourself because I can see you're a nice person.
Stop taking offence on behalf of the Tories to things that aren't to do with the Tories. That's my advice, Mike.
Yeah, but it's funny because
Don't troll me.
He said more Tory bashing I see, and I said, Mike, have you watched this video? Because there's no mention of any politics whatsoever. I'm talking about trying to get me toddlers to get out the bath. And he said, oh, sorry, it's just that's your agenda, so I thought that's what you'd be talking about. Said,
so he's done that without even watching the video?
Yeah. So I said, well, so instead of getting angry, like very easy to do, I was like, well, don't you see that's perhaps an agenda you've got against me? Because I've not actually mentioned it here, but you assume I have. So isn't that perhaps dangerous? Hope you're well.
Mike's done essentially what I do when anyone sends me a funny video and I don't watch it, but I'll just reply, ha ha ha.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I do that.
And it could be like a really sad story.
Yeah.
I'm like, ha, laughing face.
Yeah, lol. Mega lols, ruffle. Do you sometimes wait long enough if it's a minute-long video? I can't reply instantly, so I'll wait a minute and then reply with the emoji.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you haven't watched
it. Because they're like,
it.
you definitely didn't watch that.
Well, I might as well just watch it.
Oh, I got a little, not a little arsey comment, I'll put it that way.
Okay.
On one of our Fix the World videos, and it was the one where I was on Instagram where I'm talking about the squirty cheese.
Oh yeah, in your
and
mouth.
we were talking about like, God, Americans have, and some guy had just written, oh my God, is the scale dumb? So I just wrote underneath, no, I heard she invented the right angle. And then he replied with like a laughing face, because obviously didn't know it was me.
Yeah.
And then another time, because you'll engage and go, oh, why don't just be nice? Why are you being like that? Whereas if someone says something audible to me on my, which never really happens, because I don't post stuff like you post like your political opinions and whatever. And I'm not erudite enough to do that in a funny way. My jokes, if anyone's ever been to see me do stand up, basically cock jokes. But I'd posted something and this guy had just written something like, oh, you fucking whatever. And I looked at his profile and his profile picture was a chicken zinger burger from KFC.
And at that
and
moment,
I was like, how dare you judge me when you are a chicken zinger burger by the looks of it? Like, what the fuck? I just blocked those people. We got into this, like, in the end, I blocked him. And I'm not one of these block, but I'd rather block them and never see what they have to write again than waste my time getting involved in an argument.
It's negative energy. You don't need it in your life, do you?
I'll end up Googling them, see where they live and go around and egg their house or something.
Next week, Sam and Kate egg the trolls.
Yay!
Sam and Kate try-stuff.
Sam and Kate egg the... Sorry, hang on. I don't want to turn that off. There we go. Sam and Kate egg the trolls.
Yeah.
I actually didn't get that far off doing that once. And this is why I had to sort of wear with myself and change the way my approach to this, because now I'm talking to them in a nice way, or I will just literally ignore them. Sometimes I'll write a snotty comment. Before I post it back, I'll think, that's exactly what they want. They want me to reply. So I'll delete it, and my silence is more annoying to them than anything. So just ignore them. But one time, this guy... he'd said something, I don't know what it was. It was a few months ago before I kind of found my Zen-like approach to this. And I clicked on his profile on Facebook and I could see where he worked.
Was this back in the days when you could hear with both ears and you used to just wipe your bum with toilet paper?
This podcast has changed me.
Them so much.
Changed me
so
forever.
Much.
I'm different. I'm forever different. Not necessarily for the better either. But yeah, back in the halcyon days of toilet paper and... clean hearing, clean bottoms. I found out where he worked, and he was a mechanic at some garage in Wales. So I clicked through onto the site, and I found a thing, and I thought I could just leave him loads of negative reviews here. And I was about to write one, and I clicked on it, and I thought, what am I doing? Like, I don't need to do this. This is just putting negativity into the world. So I just pulled out.
Well,
so yeah, which
it's an analogy for life. Ever there was one.
Getting off at Edge Hill, which is a phrase.
That makes you feel old because young people don't know what that means.
No, because they're all... Did they still use condoms? I'm sure they do.
I don't know.
But you get a chip now. Getting off at Edge Hill is a Liverpool phrase for pulling your pee-pee out before you ejaculate during intercourse.
So romantic.
Because Lime Street Station is the central station in Liverpool, but the one before is Edge Hill. So if you're getting off at Edge Hill just before you get to your destination...
You're not getting to your destination.
You finish. And I saw there's a scaffolding company called Climax Scaffolding, and they had a big scaffold up at Broad Green Station, and they had a big sign up saying, "Why get off at Edge Hill when you can climax at Broad Green?"
Amazing.
And of all the scaffolding adverts I've ever seen,
I quit right now.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's the best.
Game over.
Peaked. So yeah, very good. So let's just check our Twitter. If you want to get in touch with us on Twitter, you can find us on Fix the Whale Podcast on Twitter. We're also on Instagram, aren't we?
On Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm in charge of the Instagram page, hence why it's not as much output as Sam.
Well,
we need to work on that. We've had an AGM, haven't we?
We've had an AGM, yeah. We've got minutes, and yeah, we've been talking. We were talking about Eurovision last week, weren't we?
Yes.
And Ukraine obviously won, and that's great. And was their song any good?
It was.
It was good.
It was one of the top songs, I thought.
Right.
Because at first everyone was like, "Oh, Ukraine's going to win because it's a pity vote," but rightly so. You know, if winning the Eurovision Song Contest is a nice thing to do for Ukraine at the moment, and it's something they'll appreciate, then please just let them have it.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. But in saying that, they were very good.
If I had a dog,
the song had a bit of traditional costume in it, bit of a modern, groove, bit of rap.
I'd say this one's got a good beat.
Bit of a Ukraine rap. It had a
Ukrainian
little bit of
hip-hop.
everything, really.
That sounds good. I instantly started thinking about if Ukraine win, they'll get the competition next year, and if Putin's still trying to invade Ukraine, he's going to ruin Eurovision, and that means Putin's going to have millions of Eurovision fans charging towards Moscow, fuming, and even the nuke button wouldn't stop them, would it?
No.
They'd just be throwing pink Prosecco
They'd
bottles at his head. And,
glitter bombs everywhere.
oh, fabulous colour schemes. What a great... the start of Dad's Army when it's like moving. Imagine
the little
like
arrow.
who do you think you are? But like a Europe
Except
version.
it'd be like German house.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Putin?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Putin?
We're going to do the discotheque. I don't know what I'm very, very sorry for any cultural appropriation there that offended anybody.
You sounded like you were from Burnley. Who do you think you're Yeah, I mean, Ukraine, good on them for winning that. If I had a dog, I would enter him into Crufts and just say, no, it's not a German Shepherd, it's a Ukrainian Shepherd. And this dog would win. It could go and shit on the judges.
That's how important the Eurovision is to other countries. Can you imagine the UK being at war, England being at war, and then someone going, well, I know what I'm going to do to help the cause. I'm going to go on Ukraine on Eurovision Song Contest. And everyone's like, are you fuck? Get in the army. What? Don't be stupid.
Yeah. That's not a real reason for not signing up, is it?
No,
Flat
like
feet,
pouring
maybe.
a cup of water over a house fire. I'm there. I'm just going to try and make the world a better place by singing some techno.
Only one thing can save us now. Europop.
Yeah. Where's me loot? I'm off. Hey, Sam, you're on tour, aren't you?
I'm on tour, yeah. On tour. I am. Where am I? I'm go on my website. I'm all over the place.
It's all over the place.
I've got Leicester Square Theatre in London coming up, which I'm very
What
excited
date?
about. 27th
Of May?
May, the day before
I'm
the
away.
Champions League final. So any footy fans?
You know, if I wasn't away,
matter.
I'd have come to London to watch that. I like the Leicester Square Theatre.
It's lovely. It's lovely because it's big, but it's also small. It's like
Cute,
it's
nice,
cozy,
isn't it?
but and it just feels nice to mince around Leicester Square, going, I'm doing a gig in Leicester Square, so that's fun. And last time I was there, Eddie Izzard was there
In the Leicester Square Theatre.
My show was 7 o'clock till 9, and he was on at like 10. So I just stuck around and watched Eddie Izzard on the same stage that I just
I'm
done
not an
my gig on.
actual fan of TV's London.
TV's London, no. I like going there now and again. I've not been properly really since the Pando.
But the last time I went, I was stayed in Camden, which was really, well, not Camden. What's it called?
Ibis.
With all the what are they called? Oh my God!
Cricks.
See, now I feel old.
Crouch End.
All the people who wear granddad shirts and have beards, Mumford and Sons.
Oh,
What are they called? Hipsters. See?
hipsters. And hipsters live in Shoreditch.
Shoreditch, round there.
Thanks, Finn.
Yeah. Butter Market. That's by where we stayed.
Oh, that's
And,
nice down there.
Loved it down there. It wasn't like being in London.
No.
But then on the Saturday we went to the Friday night we went to the West End and I nearly had a panic attack. It was just too busy.
Oh, it's dead busy, isn't
Too
it?
many people. It was just horrible.
Yeah, I mean, right in the middle of Leicester Square is horrible. Like, it's not great.
But it's
just-
great to people watch because there's so many tourists.
There's
I
a
just
lot.
love it.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that gig, early finish, early start. Well, early start, early finish, really, in that order. I'm not Pulp Fiction, innit?
7 till
And
9.
7 till 9.
Swoop
So
into Chinatown
by
for a
9
big
o'clock,
bowl.
I'll go in for a big all-you-can-eat £3 buffet.
Yep.
I'll shit it out by 9:20.
Wow.
And then by 9:30, I'll be in the pub with my mates. I've got loads of mates coming. Loads of mates who live in London, and I've not seen them since 2019. So
I think like you know that you've been to university when you have friends who live in London.
that's a nice barometer, innit, for life.
Yeah, I've got no friends in London.
Oh, my grandson's got a friend who lives in London.
Yeah.
He's doing well for himself. He's got lots of debt.
He's got a tutu.
Did he do ballet? No, we went to John Moore's.
Yeah, no, I don't like London. My auntie used to live in London. Yeah, she used to live in London by Croydon. That's not really London, is it?
Near London, innit?
Yeah.
South London, is it? I don't know.
Just don't like it. It's impersonal. The first time I went for an Indian, I was in London and I was a kid and I'd gone to stay with my auntie and uncle. He was not my uncle. Don't even like him. She's divorced from him now. He's an arsehole.
Dickhead.
But they just started going out with each other and I was only about 9 or 10. And they were like, oh, because they were like, said like, I had all like friends who had, you know, hummus and that back in the day when nobody had hummus. And they were like, oh, we'll take you to our little lovely local Indian. And they went in and like everybody knew each other. And then I'm sat there with like a korma thinking it was the hottest thing I'd ever eaten in my life while them two necked. And I was just like, it was the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
That'll put me off Indian food forever.
I can't bear couples who were touchy-feely.
This is the
And he
food
was one
love.
of them, like kissing and
Is it where you could hear it?
like Mick Jono.
Mick Jono, very noisy kisser.
I don't think public displays of affection. That makes me feel old.
Not in a curry house.
Young people don't. I don't know dance in the UK.
No, that's your policy, innit?
Yeah. I
When
don't wear a swimming costume in the UK and I don't know dance with my fella in the UK. We only do that. Those two things are done abroad.
So if you ever see Kate in a swimming bath, you will see everything. If it's in the UK. So it depends what you're into, but holding hands, do you go through passport
No,
control and just
like
hold
a
hands?
frogman in the 6 foot, in the 6 foot end.
Just cover yourself in deep heat and dive in.
That's why I won't go to the like the Middle East. I won't go anyway because the way they treat women over there. But a lot of people go to like Dubai and all that. And I was like, well, then we never hold hands because I'd be frightened to hold his hand there because I don't know what the laws are. They change all the time.
True. And it's not good for him if he, in the one place he can hold your hands and then he might get his hands chopped off.
But people don't like, I think public displays of affection are out of fashion now.
Yeah, I think
In the old days, people used to like just neck on the dance floor, didn't they?
I think they still do, don't they? It's just we don't go to those
haven't
places
seen it.
anymore. Well,
Oh, that's sad, isn't it?
I know. Let's go out and watch people naked.
Yeah,
That's
but
not weird.
I'll be watching them like that going,
Oh, he's noisy.
Ugh.
I can tell he's noisy,
Yeah.
even though the music's loud. I can tell. Look, his technique's all over the gaff. What have you got coming up? Anything to plug? Have you got a website,
no,
Kate?
I'm going on holiday. I haven't got a website.
Okay.
I
Does anyone
haven't
want to
got a
build Kate a
Do
website?
you want to build me a website? It'll just have
GoDaddy.com.
it'll just have pictures of me filtered.
Yeah, that's just your Instagram.
Yeah, I should set up a website, shouldn't I? I wouldn't know what to put on it, to be honest with you.
Just picture yourself links to gigs.
Yeah, I need to be more
Yeah.
more visible on social media. I need to do videos like you do, but I just really
It takes a lot of time. You've got to commit.
I know do you make yourself cringe sometimes?
No, I just got over it. I forced myself to get over it.
Yeah, I make myself
I'm
cringe.
sure you cringe when you watch my stuff, thinking I have to do a podcast with him. But I do, Sam, I do. That's why I send you those DMs of aubergines.
It's not trapped wind, it's me cringing.
By the way, if you want to send us some DMs of aubergines, please do, because that would be nice.
Yeah.
Not actual emojis.
And by aubergines, we mean we don't.
We don't mean dick pics, please don't.
Please don't.
We will
Please
show
do
them on
not.
our YouTube channel and then get banned from YouTube.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening.
No, we could start a Panini album.
A dick pic panini
Dicks,
album.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That'd be good. I think people would go for that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's enough on the internet. We could just scoop them up,
Yeah.
put them into like a little scrapbook.
Like that program, Naked Attraction, if they made an annual.
The hardback.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like we've gone too far now.
We've gone along to continue the dick pic theme. Can you get in touch with us if you've got any questions or problems? We're like the A-Team. Get in touch with us. Fixtheworld999 at googlemail.com or gmail.com, not googlemail.com.
Gmail, innit?
Gmail.com.
Gmail.
But social media is the good place. Find us on Twitter, find us on Instagram. They're the best places.
Slide into the messages if you like.
Slide in, and we'll be back next week with another episode. And Kate will also give us an update on her DIY grassroots contouring. So
Contouring.
look forward to that.
I'm going to come in like fucking Khloe Kardashian.
Oh, it's going to be unreal.
Yep.
So keep the faith. See you soon.
Bye.
See you next week.
Fix the World podcast with Sam and Katie.